Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you another custom Charlie Fukuba Eevee ukulele. And it's no secret that a lot of you know how much I love and adore. I personally adore playing Charlie's instruments. It's one of my favorite instruments, easily in my top five of all of the customs that I've played out there. And the reason for that is just the sound. It's just, I mean, just a simple C chord. Just playing a C chord on an ukulele can tell you a lot about the sound qualities of an instrument without having to pick or do anything. Just you can just hear the full, the depth, the range, the sound frequencies it's hitting across the board. You have a lot of the lows, the depth, the oomph that you want to hear in a really good sounding instrument. You have a lot of the mids, where I like to think of all where the warmth is, where the sustain is. You can just hear how the sound takes so long to die out, which is a really good thing, because when you play an instrument that responds to you so well, it forces you as a player to go ahead and adjust to your instrument in a very good way. Because if the instrument is singing to you and it's singing for a long time, for you as a player, you don't want to cut the instrument off. Like, you don't want to go ahead and do this when the sound is still ringing, because then it's like the instrument's trying to speak to you, and then you're cutting it off and you're not letting it say what it needs to say, right? So this is the kind of instrument where it forces me as a player to want to respond to what the instrument is providing for me, which is so much sound, so much of that sweet, beautiful tone. And it really makes me want to like milk my notes that I'm playing. So what does that mean? So let's say I'm playing 7th fret A string, 8th fret E string, and I do that. So, instead of doing it like, right? Because this instrument has so much sustain, what I can do is I can milk those notes and make it, sound more dramatic. So I can go. Again, the response of this instrument is just outstanding. And then the last thing, which is what you can hear so pristinely on the Eevee ukuleles. I mean, just me playing up all the way here on the 12th fret, that thing just pings like a bell. The note articulation is just out of this world when you're playing Eevee ukulele. Articulation meaning like how clean is the note when I play it? Does it buzz? Does it have like kind of a thumpy kind of sound? Does it have a nice, warmth to it? Does it have like that ping like noise when you pluck all the way on the higher frets? Those are all the things that I look for: clarity, articulation, the tone of, every time I'm picking a note. How does the note sound when I play on all the strings? And then how does it sound? I mean, the sustain is incredible, even if you're on the 12th fret. And that is artificial harmonics. This is why Eevee is, personally one of my favorite ukuleles, and it always makes me so much joy when I have the opportunity to go ahead and play one of these instruments. So, before I go into my sound sample, let me go ahead and share with you some of the specs of this instrument. Got a little out of hand and started going off about the sound before even talking about this instrument. That just shows how unlike me it is for me to do that. I picked it up and I immediately wanted to share with you guys the sound of this instrument. But this custom EEV has the famous 3 holes, which is what EEV ukuleles are known for. We have the bigger hole on my right side and then the 2 smaller holes on the left side. Beautiful, really dark chocolate rich curly coil here on the front, here on the sides, and then even here on the back. And then you can notice here on the back, it's a 3-panel back, meaning we have the same 2 pieces of wood here on the outside, curly coil, and then we have a different curly coil piece here in the middle. And I can see that Charlie went ahead and used a more lighter color, kind of more of a caramel kind of golden color to contrast the nice orange colors here on the outside. So nice little cool design. And then I even like this little mini design of it kind of arching up like this, and then we have this wood pattern arching up like that. So again, the beautiful thing with curly coal is that you never know what you're gonna get with sound. You never know what you're gonna get with the wood grain, with the color. I mean, curly coal or coal wood in general just covers such a wide spectrum of colors and wood grain that it's really such a beautiful wood to use on an instrument, including the ukulele, which is this what makes the ukulele is using coal wood on the instrument. So then you can see the beautiful Powell abalone shell here around the sides, even around the rosette. And as of recent, Charlie went ahead and started adding abalone to the fretboard here, along the fretboard, and even around the headstock itself, which is it's gonna make it pop and just make it very, very elegant and very super nice and classy looking. We have a ebony bridge, and then here we have the Hawaiian, like the triangles, the Hawaiian tribal fret markers, like look like little like triangles. That is made out of maple wood, and then we have Powell abalone shell on the inside of the Hawaiian tribals. So here on the fret 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, and then 15. And then we have the fret markers here on the side of the instrument as well. We got royal blackwood here on the face of the headstock. And then we have the famous EEV logo, the ohia bird, and then the ohia flower on the bird sucking the nectar out of the flower. So very, very beautiful. One of the most beautiful inlays on any of the custom ukuleles out there with this. Right away you can tell it's in EEV, and then also with the 3 sound holes too. That's the dead good giveaway. And like the Martin dreadnought body, I can go ahead and be blindfolded like, oh yeah, that's an EV, just like that, because that's what EV is known for. And then last but not least, we have like a little koa button here at the tail here of the neck, and then we have a mahogany gloss neck, and then we have UPT planetary goto tuner, some of the best tuners you can put on an ukulele. So very, very beautiful EV bird, ohia flower. This is, I like to say, a musician's instrument because it's just exactly what a musician needs. It's not super distracting in terms of look, but it's just really straight to the point. Curly coal, abalone. That's like 2 best friends for instruments, and then a black headstock. That's kind of like that little cliche that a lot of us musicians, we want like curly coal, super crazy curly coal on the body. We want a black fretboard, like an ebony fretboard, and then we want like a black looking headstock. Just such a classy look, super just familiar look for us musicians. So without further ado, here is a sound sample on this gorgeous looking and sounding instrument. So here we go. Let's play in G this time. And here's what this instrument would sound like strumming in the key of G.